You know that feeling, right? Trying to grow your appointment-based business, but all your crucial info feels like it's hiding. Scattered across different apps, maybe spreadsheets.
Yeah, it's like you're drowning in data, but actually using it feels impossible. It becomes this huge task in itself.
Exactly. So if you've ever wished you could just see clearly what's going on without that data headache, well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Today, we're going deep into Aloe. It's a company co-founded by Johan Gaffaro, and we're looking at how they want to help appointment businesses finally, unlock what their data is telling them.
Our mission, essentially, is to figure out how Aloe cuts through all that noise and helps these businesses grow.
And we're using Johan's LinkedIn profile, Aloe's website, and some of their presentation materials to piece this together.
Okay, so let's start with Johan Gaffaro. His LinkedIn calls him a creative developer passionate about building unique and powerful experiences for e-commerce and startups. What jumped out at me was his background. Started with gaming as a kid, apparently, but that led to actual skills, video editing, coding, design.
Right, it wasn't just playing. It sounds like he was digging into how these digital things are made.
Which seems to have paid off pretty early. Selling his first website at 18, that shows some serious initiative.
Definitely. And then focusing on e-commerce around 22, becoming a Shopify partner at 25.
Yeah.
It paints a picture of someone really getting into the nuts and bolts of online business.
Yeah, understanding how technology helps businesses, succeed.
Exactly. It's a consistent thread using tech to solve real problems.
So now he's co-founding Aloe, part-time since August 2024, based in London.
Which is interesting because he's also CEO of his own company, Gaffaro, full-time in the U.S. since 2019.
Plus years as a web designer before that, even a hardware-software specialist role. It's quite a mix.
So with all that experience, what's the big problem Aloe is trying to fix for these appointment businesses?
Well, the founder's letter on their site really gets into it. They talk about the frustration, like campaign data just disappearing into different tools, spreadsheets.
Uh-huh. One of the co-founders, Joyce, apparently felt this pain running her own clinic in London, wasting time just trying to wrangle calendars and data.
Right. And their point is key.
Hmm.
These businesses usually have data. They're just suffocating in it because it's all fragmented.
Feeding to what they call operational chaos that kills growth.
Yeah, that's a powerful phrase, like having ingredients scattered everywhere, no recipe in sight.
And Aloe wants to be the chef, I guess, bringing it all into one kitchen.
So based on their About page and FAQs, it's an AI-powered analytics platform, specifically for appointment-based businesses.
Exactly. Not a generic tool they've just tweaked. Built from the ground up for this specific need.
Its main job, then, is?
To take all that messy data schedules, revenue, marketing results, finance stuff, and use AI to turn it into clear, actionable insights.
Actionable being the key word there.
Right. Giving businesses that clear view of performance, finding those hidden profit opportunities. They mention healthcare and wellness providers as a key focus within that booking-based market.
And it's not just looking backward, is it? Sounds like there's some predictive element, too.
Yes, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
First, they unify the data, that single source of truth idea.
Okay.
Then they automate the reporting and insights with real-time analytics. Gets rid of that manual grind. But then comes the AI forecasting, predicting future trends, identifying opportunities before they happen.
And they're even developing an AI agent.
Yeah, that looks like the next step.
Yeah.
Something that could proactively spot risks, suggest ways to optimize, maybe even automate certain workflows, like a virtual analyst working 24/7.
Okay, let's dig into the features. One dashboard, every insight. That really hits on that feeling of being overwhelmed, doesn't it?
Totally. Just the idea of ditching the spreadsheets for one AI dashboard is, well, it's a huge draw.
And focusing on insights, not just data.
Crucial difference. Moving beyond just numbers to understanding why things are happening, what's driving revenue, what's holding it back. Less guesswork.
More informed decisions. And the predict trends, plan smarter aspect must be appealing.
Oh, absolutely. Being proactive instead of just reacting. That's a game changer for planning.
And they mention seamless no-code integration. That sounds important for getting people on board.
Hugely important. If it's easy to connect their existing scheduling, finance, marketing tools, the barrier to actually using Aloe is much lower. They see value faster.
Okay, they break down what Aloe tracks into 4 main areas. Services, customers, appointments, revenue. What kind of insights are we talking about for services?
For services, it's about figuring out which ones are truly profitable, noticing shifts in demand, maybe optimizing your menu or pricing based on that data.
And for customers?
Identifying your top spenders, understanding loyalty, figuring out how to reduce churn. Keeping the good customers happy and coming back.
Makes sense. Appointments.
That's all about efficiency, cutting down no-shows, boosting overall bookings, optimizing schedules so you're making the best use of time and staff.
Right. And finally, revenue.
Getting a clear picture of financial trends, forecasting growth, and basically making smarter money decisions.
And this AI forecasting, it's not just drawing straight lines from past data, is it?
No, that's the point. They say the AI gathers historical data across all those areas
Okay.
and then looks for complex patterns, seasonality, demand cycles, customer habits, things a simple average would miss.
So the predictions for future revenue, booking demand, operational needs, they should be more accurate.
That's the goal, using the past intelligently to anticipate the future.
And of course, data security. Always a big concern.
It has to be. They mention enterprise-grade security, GDPR, and SOC 2 compliance. That builds trust.
Essential.
Plus, near real-time syncing means the insights are based on current data, not old news. And things like AI-powered deduplication help ensure the data going in is clean. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
True. Clean data means reliable insights.
Exactly.
I liked how they gave specific examples for different business types. Makes it more concrete.
Yeah, that really helps show the value. Like for a dental clinic, maybe tracking top treatments and patient retention.
Or for salons, optimizing chair use, reducing no-shows. They even mentioned integrations with Vagaro, Fresha, tools those businesses actually use.
Right. And for doctors' offices, optimizing schedules, tracking revenue per consult, spas, streamlining scheduling, increasing rebookings.
Even retail stores with appointments or diagnostic labs.
It shows the platform is flexible enough for different needs within that appointment-based world, but specific enough to offer relevant insights.
The presentation visuals you mentioned also seem pretty useful. That peak appointment time chart.
Oh yeah, visually showing the busiest hours each day of the week. You can adjust the time frame too. Super practical for staffing, maybe running promotions during slow times.
And the new customers chart, tracking daily acquisition.
That connects directly to marketing spend, doesn't it? You can start to see your actual customer acquisition cost, which campaigns are working.
See the ROI? Makes sense.
Then there's service frequency.
Yeah.
Simple but important. Which services bring people through the door most often?
And you can compare that to which ones actually make the most money, right?
Exactly. High frequency doesn't always mean high profit. Helps you decide what to promote, maybe what to cut.
That blue cheese map, the revenue map for London, that was interesting.
Yeah, visualizing where your customers actually are. Great for targeting local ads, maybe even thinking about where to open a new location, seeing your market geographically.
And the talk services snapshot, ranking by revenue and average spend.
Straightforward, but powerful for strategy. Focus on what brings in the big bucks, maybe find ways to upsell or bundle things.
So Aloe talks about this sequence-based approach to connected growth drivers. Services, then marketing, then customers, then appointments. What's the thinking there?
It's about looking at the natural flow of the business, instead of analyzing things in isolation.
Right, like looking at marketing cost over here and appointment no-shows over there.
Exactly. They try to connect the dots. How do the services you offer affect the marketing needed? Which affects the customers you get, which affects the appointments they book. It gives a more holistic view.
So understanding how service frequency links to acquisition cost, for example.
Precisely. Richer insights because you see the connections.
And they track specific KPIs within each stage.
Yeah. Things like service frequency, acquisition cost, customer lifetime value, average lead time for bookings, no-show rate. The metrics that really matter at each point.
Focusing on the levers that actually drive growth.
That seems to be the idea.
They shared some results from their forecasting, too. Seemed quite positive.
Yeah, things like improving conversion rates significantly, boosting staff utilization, getting a handle on average booking lead times.
And projecting saved hours and increased profit margins.
It suggests the potential for real operational and financial improvements.
They also call Aloe an AI practice analyst, not just an analytics platform. What's the difference?
It suggests something more proactive, not just showing you data, but actively flagging risks.
Like slowing momentum.
Yeah, or inefficiencies.
Yeah.
And then suggesting optimizations, maybe based on resource use patterns, and even uncovering new growth opportunities by analyzing customer behavior or marketing results.
So more like an intelligent assistant.
Kind of. Providing actionable intelligence, not just data dumps.
And their roadmap. How are they rolling this out?
Starts with a mid-market subscription, which is available now, plus priority support options.
Okay.
Then the more advanced AI agent is planned for Q3 2025, and a full enterprise suite for early 2026. A phased approach.
catering to different needs as they grow, and those partnerships with Sasami and Pabo.
Smart move. Sasami integrates with Shopify for bookings. Paobao is big in practice management. It gives them access to businesses already using those systems.
Makes adoption easier.
Definitely streamlines things.
And lastly, their fundraising.
Yes, aiming for $350K for about 10 months of runway, mainly to build out their engineering and sales teams.
Crucial for hitting that roadmap and scaling up.
Absolutely.
Okay, so bringing it all together, this deep dive suggests Aloe is really trying to solve that core problem for appointment businesses, making sense of all the scattered data.
Exactly. Using AI to consolidate it, automate the analysis, predict what's next, aiming to help them move past just reacting and actually make data-driven decisions for growth.
It feels like it directly tackles that initial pain point we discussed, wanting clear, quick insights without drowning in spreadsheets.
Yeah, giving you that AI-powered lens to see what's happening now and what's likely coming down the line. A shortcut to understanding your own business better.
Which leads to a final thought for you listening. If you had that kind of clear, AI-powered view of your business data, how might that change things? Not just big strategy, but your daily choices.
What hidden opportunities might pop out? What problems could you maybe head off before they even start? Really think about the potential that might be locked away in the data you already have, just waiting for the right key.
Step up your game, join the unicorns club. Making it rain, nothing ever enough. Invest in the future, watch it all blow up. Unicorns club, we taking it up.